Okay, now you've got your basic object made, but all we can see really is what color the default color was that was given by 3D Studio. And so now we need to figure out how to view the item, how to produce an image that we could use for something else, or maybe even how we could produce an animation. So let's just look at this image as though it was a final product. And to do that, we need to do a rendering. It's easy to forget how to get to the render menu or to cause it to render. So you can just go to the render menu up here, and then you can hit render, or you can just hit Shift FQ. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be in this window, and I hit Shift Q, and there's the rendered image. Now it's important to know that you can render any angle you want. So if we click up in here and hit Shift Q, it renders that view instead. Or we can click over here. We get that view again. Well, not again, but it's because it's a different side. And then here's the, oh, that one didn't work. Come on. There, now it's selected. Shift Q, we get the top view. Okay, so that's a way to just understand that you can move these around and render whatever window you want. Okay, so now I want to make some materials and I want to apply them to the pawn, but I don't want to just do one pawn. I want to like demonstrate how to do various materials. So I'm going to maximize the incorrect window. Let's click in there again. Okay, now we maximize this window. I'm going to use the hand to move this over here, and then I'm going to left click on that to select it, right click on it to clone it, hit copy, make sure it says copy and not instance, and hit OK. That copied the object right on top of itself. So now when I right click and hit move, it's going to move the new one over like this. Then I'm going to select both of these and do the same thing. This is a neat kind of thing to know how to do because it'll help you copy your pawns, but it also helps with bigger, more amazing objects and things. And you know what? I think I want just one more. So I'm going to click on that, right click, and we'll just move one more over there. So that way we can leave the original one the way it is, and we can add new materials for the other four here. Okay, so what the heck is a material? So first of all, this little button up here goes to the material editor. So I'm going to bring that up. I just click that and bring it up, and you can see it has a bunch of gray balls, and none of them really have materials because we haven't added any materials yet. So the first material I want to add is wood, and let's see if I can remember how to do this now. So we can see that we're in the first box. We're going to edit material number 1. We can leave it as a 01. We could change the name down here if we want to, but I'm not going to bother today. And we're in this blend shader, whatever that is. So just leave that alone. And let's go down to here. And we click the little square next to diffuse. And we scroll down and select wood. And then hit OK. So it gives us default parameters for wood. So here's color 1 and color 2. We could change the color of this wood, and I'm going to do that now. Let's see what colors. We can just click here to change the color. I think I want to do a bright green, but it's diffused a little bit over here, so that's kind of cool. And then I think maybe a dark brown. Let's see, this should be kind of weird to look at. Maybe we'll see. And let's go a little darker brown like that. So this is the new color. There we go, like this. Okay, so what? If I hit this parent thing, it comes up here, and you can see we were in the diffuse menu, and now we're back at the base menu. So that's kind of just handy to know. If I want to go back in and edit the wood again, I just hit that. And if I want to go back up to the other level for whatever reason, I just come back up here. And there are reasons to do that, but don't worry about that today. And then I'm going to just click and drag this material onto this pawn. You can see there was a change that happened, but you can't really see what the change is. So let's hit Shift Q and see what happened. Okay, so now we've got a little wood texture to there. Now there's variables to edit for the wood. So let's go in here. We can see radial noise. Let's just increase that a little bit, and we can watch the change right in here. And so let's do some axial noise and see what change that causes. There we go. And then And then let's just hit Shift Q again. And you can see that the changes that we're making automatically update on the object. We didn't have to drag the material back on there again. Okay, so that's good. That's wood. Okay, now I'd like to try to do marble. So I'm going to click material number 2. And let's go to that same menu. I think marble's on here. Yep, there's marble. Hit OK. Now we're in the marble editing menu. So we get a little bit different options for marble than we did for wood. And we get different colors. So let's try something blue-ish. So sort of a darkish blue like that. And then let's try a really bright but dark blue. Let's make it bright. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, there's our marble. And then we can change these parameters to change the veininess of the marble. And then let's drag that over there. Again, it changed. Shift Q. Now we can see that it's marble. Okay, so now we're going to try and make steel. So first, click on your third box up there, or a new box. Let's just type in here and put steel. Now we're going to go down here and choose multi-layer. And for the ambient and diffuse colors, we're going to choose black. So you can see we got black up there. Hit OK, and it sets black into both sections. Then come down here, and we're going to change these settings here. So this first one is 120, glossiness 48, anisotropy is, I think it's 50, and orientation is 15. Okay, the second specular layer, we're going to change the level to 102 and the glossiness to, I think, 48. No, 17. There we go. And then scroll down to maps. And I think we're going to go down pretty far to reflection. Turn on reflection. And we're looking for fall off. No, let's see. We're looking for mask. Okay, we get the mask. We go to map. Under map, we're going to go to ray trace. This is what causes reflective light to happen in the system. And we want to apply that to number 5 here. Okay, now for the mask, we're going to go to, let's see. No, I think I missed a step. Let's see now. Go in here, enable ray tracing. Yes. Okay, so in here, now we need to go to fall off. And we're going to choose a fall off type of Fresnel. So fall off type, go down here, click this. And the Fresnel is talking to, well, you'll see. So grab this box here, bring it up a little bit above halfway. Then go back up here to the map number. I think we got, yeah, steel. And let's see. I think we might be done with that one. Just double checking my notes. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see where we are already. We'll hit Shift Q to remind us which ones we've already done. We get out of that. I'm going to move this to the other side now, and I'm going to grab the steel texture onto the 4th pawn. Okay, so now we do Shift Q again, and we can see that we've got sort of a metallic-y looking thing, and we can see a little bit of reflectivity of this blue marble over here. So that's pretty cool. All right, so the next one we're going to do is Chrome. I'm just going to drop down to that box right underneath there, and let's type Chrome in there. All right, now for Chrome, I believe we're going to choose metal. And now I got to check my notes again. And whenever you make a new texture, you should probably take notes about what the settings were so that if you ever want to go back to that same material, you can just look up your notes. So we go in the ambient color. We're going to crank that up to, let's see, now we're going to type these in. So do 205, and you can just tab 205, 205. And now you've got a gray in there, and that's good to go. So now you got your colors. Let's see. Now let me look at my next step. All right. So we've got the grays that we need. And now we need a specular level of 101 and a glossiness of 57. You see this graphical representation of what happens there. Now we go down to maps, and let's see, I think we're going to go to reflection again. Okay, so you got to go find the reflection, turn that on, go to there, and let's see, I think we need the ray trace again. So go to ray trace, hit OK. And we can go back up to the Chrome name by, no, let's see, how do we want to do this? Yeah, select Chrome again. So that takes us back up to the top level of editing, or up a level. Okay, and I think that we might be done. Let's just try this. So I'm going to drag this over onto that other object, hit Shift Q, and let's see what it looks like. No, I think we're missing a step. It should be like way shinier than that. All right, let me check my notes again. Okay, so I figured this out. I put the wrong number in here. So when you're editing the Chrome and you did the specular level of 101, it's not 27, it's 57. So we'll change that to 57. And you may remember that the value updates on the object automatically. So we're in this window. Now we'll hit Shift Q. And now we can see we have a much more reflective quality over here. All right, so now just for fun, let's close the material editor and let's select this guy and move him back around over here. That should be good. And now let's hit Shift Q again. So we hit Shift Q. And I don't know if you can see that. Let's zoom in a little more. Shift Q. Now you can see that these other objects are being reflected in the Chrome. And so all of these settings that we've been doing, that you could make all kinds of different materials. It's a little crazy making because there's just it's such a powerful tool. But now you should be able to go in and make metal and play with some different colors for your chess pieces. So have fun with that.